Sonar reads a structure that the maps have left without. A grid of streets and archways carved in volcanic stone. A city built for thousands who were living here alone. The current moves the sediment like curtains being drawn. The buildings standing perfectly as if no time is gone. The doors are still ajar as if the people stepped away. I float above the rooftops and I do not know what to say. There is a city below the time, 1,000 years of silence on the other side. recording instruments along the ocean floor and left them running overnight to capture something more. By morning every channel held a sound I could not place, 1,000 overlapping voices filling up the space. I ran the filters backward through the sediment of years. I stripped away the ocean and I found what still adheres beneath the white noise of the deep, beneath the precious song. A language I had never heard but somehow known all along. Voice of the drowned, coming up through the stone. Voice of the drowned, we were never alone. Cello carries every syllable, guitar tears the water back, piano finds the melody that time could not subtract. Voice of the drowned, still speaking, still reaching, still loud. A woman giving orders in a dialect of ash, a child repeating numbers like a lesson learned too fast, an elder singing low and slow directly at the sky, a sailor naming every star before the water climbed too high. They did not spend their final hours in silence or in prayer. They spent them generating sound to push into the air. They knew the water rising was a one-way closing door, so they gave their voices to the stone to carry evermore. Voice of the drowned, written into the reef. Voice of the drowned, compressed into belief. Every argument and lullaby, every oath and every song, every name called out across a market now long gone. Voice of the drowned, still breathing, still bleeding, still strong. I tried to keep the distance of a scientist in stone. I tried to call it data, I tried to call it tone, but the woman giving orders called a name I recognized, and the child repeating numbers had my grandmother's voice, and the elder singing skyward used the exact same fall and rise as the lullaby that someone sang me when I closed my eyes. We are not so different from the ones below the tide. The same fear, the same music, the same war, the same pride. They did not drown in silence. I will not let them be. I will take their voices upward back to where the living breathe. The voice of the drowned is not a ghost, it is not an echo of the past. It is a deliberate transmission built and encoded and broadcast. Every stone in the city is a speaker still in use. Every crack in every archway is a frequency let loose. Piano amplifies the signal, cello holds the tone, guitar refuses to let silence claim what they have sown. The voice of the drowned is rising, was the last to leave the shore. She turned back at the waterline and walked back through the door. She said the gods had asked her for a final song below. She tied the stones around her wrist and let the current go. 1,000 years have passed since any living voice was here. The temple at the ocean floor has held her song in fear. The walls absorb the melody she played until the end, and now the stone is giving back what stone was asked to lend. She played until the water reached her chin. She played until the cold had settled in, until the last note hung between the pressure and the dark, and the temple took the music like a living, beating heart. She did not stop. She did not stop. She did not stop. The score is carved in symbols on the altar's eastern face, a system of notation that no scholar could replace. I trace the marks with trembling hands and find they form a key, a song designed to open something locked inside the sea. The flute begins the pattern that the ancient carvings show. The violin translates the intervals to something I can know. The piano fills the spaces that the priestess left behind, and the temple starts to vibrate with the resonance aligned. The door at the back of the altar begins to move. The sediment is lifting from a 1,000-year-old groove. Something in the architecture was designed to hear the song, a mechanism sleeping that has waited far too long. It opens, it opens, it opens. She was not a martyr. She was not afraid. She was an architect of what the music made. She knew the city's memory would need a key to wake. She built the lock herself and chose which note would break. Every carved instruction, every symbol on the wall was a letter to the future, was a message meant to fall into the hands of someone who would come back to this place and play the final movement of her unfinished grace. I am that someone. I did not know it till today, but she wrote this song for me to play. My hands are playing notes composed 1,000 years ago, for hands that would arrive here in a time she could not know. and I am finishing it now. Finished as she planned. Still sacred, still sounding complete. And the suit begins to groan. The mathematics of survival narrowing to bone. The door the priestess opened leads much deeper than the maps. A corridor descending past the point of no collapse. Every step I take, the water adds another weight. The cello reads the structural integrity too late. The walls are closing inward by a millimeter per hour. I calculate the exit and I calculate my power. The pressure wants to fold me like a letter never sent. It wants to make my body into something that is bent. But grace is not the absence of the weight upon my spine. Grace is choosing forward when the forward is a mine. I push, I push, I push. The bottom holds a mechanism sealed. The second layer underneath the first that was revealed. The priestess left a warning carved in 7 different tongues, that only those who carry grief this deep deserve their lungs. The cello plays a frequency that keeps the suit intact. The guitar finds a resonance that holds the walls compact. The piano maps the pressure points that I must navigate. I move with the precision of someone who cannot wait. The architecture here was built for something larger than a prayer. A machine of water pressure and of calibrated air. Every chamber is a valve and every valve a choice. Every choice a test of whether I deserve this voice. I pass the first, I pass the second, I pass the third. Grace is earned in every depth that crushed you, in every wall that burned, in every calculation made with shaking hands, in every step descended past where logic stands. The pressure is the punishment, the pressure is the door. You cannot reach what waits below without becoming more than what arrived here, more than what you planned, more than the person who first touched this sand. The depth remakes you if you let it in. Grace is not surviving, grace is what you are. When the pressure wins and you are still descending. Something in the final chamber shifts beneath my feet. A current moving upward from a source I cannot meet. The cello holds the tone of something ancient being free. The guitar cuts the silence and can body but for speed. I am not the same as the one who started down. I am what the pressure and the darkness built from what it found. 400 meters under, and I find what awaits below. A power source of ocean light and permanent plateau. The city was not merely stone, anticipation of the final seal. Cello holds the resonance of something becoming real. Guitar burns a signal upward through 400 meters of dark. The deep did not defeat me. It dismantled me and rebuilt me from the start. Rebuilt, descended, transformed, still going deeper. I turn my back upon the engine at the bottom of the sea and carry everything I found inside the dark back up with me. The voices of the drowned recorded in the stone I hold. The song the priestess finished and the story to be told. The ascent is slower than the descent was in its time, because the weight I carry now is heavier by design. Not the weight of water, not the pressure on my bones, but the weight of being trusted with 1,000 years of homes. I rise through every layer of the dark I came to know, through the chamber where the pressure built and taught me how to grow, through the corridor the priestess walks before she let go, through the city waiting patient in the ancient undertow. Cello counts the fathoms, flute marks every name, violin holds the grief that brought me here the same. I rise. The bioluminescent walls are dimming as I pass, as if the city knows I'm leaving, pressing palms to glass. The streets that held 1,000 years of silence start to hum, a frequency of farewell from a place that kept me numb. The recordings in my instruments hold every voice below. The cymbals from the altar hold the melody and flow. The mechanism that the priestess built is finally complete. 1,000 years of sleeping and the city's heart can beat. The ocean gives me back the sky, 1 meter at a time. The darkness trades for deep blue, and the deep blue trades for lime. Something in my chest has been rewired by the deep. Something that was surface born forgot itself to keep. Piano maps the distance, bass becomes the tide. I am not returning as the one who dove inside. I carry what I found here like a second spine. The city is ascending through me line by line. A 1,000 years ago, a priestess chose to stay. She chose to be the key for someone on their way. She did not know my name, she did not know my face. She only knew that someone would come down to this place with enough grief to enter, with enough will to descend, with enough love to carry what she started to its end. And now I take her music back to where the sky begins, back to where the surface still remembers what lie wins, back to where deep entrusted to its care. Violin unravels every grief into the air. Cello bass the city at the feet of those above. Piano plays the final note of something built from love. The deep sea requiem is not a song for those who died. It is a song for everything the water chose to hide. A city and its people and a priestess and her key. A mechanism sleeping and a signal sent to me. I came down empty-handed and I surfaced full of names. I came down as a scientist and surfaced holding flames. The ocean did not take them. It preserved them in its keep and sent them back to daylight through the one who dove so deep. This is their requiem, this is their return. This is what 1,000 years of patience